Teyvat Travel Guide, Volume 2, Liyue Chapter. Teyvat Geographic Special Edition, Alice's Travels in Liyue. Dihao Marsh. The northern stretch of the Liyue River turns into a wetland. If you look south beyond Stonegate, you will see a silver grass marsh as far as the eye can see. At the southernmost point of the marsh is an inn set atop a giant rock. That is Wangshun Inn, the highest point on the entire marsh. Look south from there and you see Liyue Plains. You can also make out Junyun Forest across the sea. Also, there's a weirdo at the inn who's staying on the top floor. I don't think I've ever heard him say a single word. Lunch is a true feast at Wangshun Inn. The kitchen is equipped with every utensil you can imagine. Perfect for getting some practical alchemy experience. On top of alchemy practice, I've got a few things to test out in my search for explosive catalysts. If everything goes smoothly, I'll spend a few more days here and then go to Liyue Plains. Liyue Plains. In the end, I came to Liyue Plains a few days earlier than I originally planned. Records suggest that prior to the Archon War, this area was a thriving marketplace. The foxes and wild flinches are stunning here. Their fur and feathers have a certain glow about them, but I hear that they can be pests too. Liyue locals complain that they keep eating their fruits offering to the Geo Archon. I wonder if that gives them a fruity aroma when roasted. Maybe I should go hunting. They run a strict operation at the checkpoints on the main road, but the guards who work there are friendly people. I made a potion from some local herbs and gave it to one of them, for his stutter. It cured him, but it did seem to have some minor side effects. He now can't help but imitate everyone he comes across. Not just what they say, but the way they say it. It's uncanny how spot on his impressions are. Junyun Karst. I'm told that somewhere amidst the misty peaks of Junyun Karst lives an Adeptus. The exact location hidden somewhere in the ocean of clouds. All the Liyue herb gatherers claim to have seen the realm of the Adepti in all of its glory revealed before their very eyes in the clouds. Based on personal experience, I can say that overindulging in certain types of mushrooms can induce visions of similar nature. The terrain here fascinates me. So many of these stone pillars look like they belong deep underground, not here on top of a mountain. There's supposed to be an underground reservoir here. Part of me wonders if all the water has drawn out. Perhaps Junyun Karst would find itself back on the ocean floor where it belongs. My travel companion Zhongli is the sternest person I know, but he seems most entertained by this theory. He won't stop laughing. What an odd fellow. Yangguan Shoal. I've heard that the fog often rolls in off the sea onto Yangguan Shoal, and when it's at its thickest, you can barely see your hand at the end of your outstretched arm. Unfortunately, I didn't make it here in time to see a foggy episode. It's a bit of a shame. There are so many lovely shells on the beach. I wonder how many of them have been here since the Archon War. I strung some of them together to make a necklace, but unfortunately the fisherman from the inn sat on it and broke it. Every last shell, brutally crushed beneath his merciless buttocks. None were spared. Not only that, but he injured himself on the shards of the broken shells. I had to pay his medical bills. A giant sea snail shell stands on the beach where the Liyue River enters the sea. A kind old lady lives inside. Her family is said to have sailed here on the giant shell, and she spends her time rescuing shipwrecked people who end up drifting near the shore. I think that repurposing the giant shell as a self-propelled boat would make it much easier for her to rescue people from the sea. But after I lost control of my third prototype seashell boat and blew it up, the kind old lady decided she was not going to rescue me from the sea anymore. Junyun Stone Forest. This is a slide where the Geo Archon defeated the sea monster. Some of the great stone poles that pierced the ocean floor still tower above the surface of the sea, though many snapped long ago. The hexagonal stone pillars, formed from the conglomeration of geoenergy, are quite intriguing to look at. Viewed from above, one gets the impression that they were deliberately arranged in their current form to make a specific shape on the ocean surface. Maybe that was the real reason the Geo Archon rained down destruction on the ocean floor with his stone poles. Maybe it was all just a big joke. upbeat and extremely poor taste. Zhang Li from the Liyue harbor seems extremely knowledgeable on Liyue folklore, but I've never seen him come here. I can see Wangshan Inn in the distance. I'll bet that weirdo I met there last time is still staring this way now. The flow of the ley lines around here are unique in all of Liyue. Much more dynamic, somewhat unstable. It's as if the great, relentless power stirs somewhere in the depths of the ocean. Perhaps it's the defeated sea monster, still writhing on the ocean floor.